battle for Middle-earth is about to begin.
Hey folks, welcome to my channel. Today we are starting off on my first campaign in the submod for Divide and Conquer, AGO. So to start off with, this is all going to be about the Dunedain Rangers of the North. So, a few differences from what I've seen in the EUR mod for the Dunedain. But I also know that there's a bunch of new mechanics in AGO that definitely makes it stand out from other mods for Divide and Conquer. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into it. I've already got the campaign and battle difficulty set to the hardest difficulty possible. I think I can handle that. And then the long campaign... Oh, whoops, wrong faction. Rangers of the North, we need to hold 40 regions, including the Angle, Lake Evendum, North Downs, and we need to make sure Mordor, Isengard, and Agmar are destroyed. Might as well give this a try and see how it works out for me. I think there's a lot to AGO I'm going to have to kind of embrace from other Third Age mods. Okay. So the campaign starts off by telling us about some of the major settlements nearby. Got Koloniak over there. And Bree is still held by a separate faction altogether. So I'm not sure if there's going to be some sort of a campaign feature that allows me to incorporate them, or if they just stay as a separate faction. A Numinous, so that's going to be one of our top targets as well. Deadman's Dyke, also formerly known as Fornost. And then we got Ragla to the far north. It'll be a contentious spot for Agmar. Yeah, because Agmar is definitely going to move in fast on Morvatarth and Ragla. Kameth Bryn, Imladris, slightly different banner color for Rivendell. And then Brunost over here too. Probably have to worry about the goblins. And Fenestrunen. Ooh. Actually, let me make one last adjustment. I might hold off for a bit. Let me just read this here. Okay, X to open the half-scroll menu where you can manage loot, guilds, scripts, characters, faction, overview. Alright, so we need to press X. Oh, Control Z to activate slow motion mode on the battlefield, Control Q to toggle unit highlight. Alright. Long we have remained hidden from the eyes of the enemy, operating in the shadows, fighting his cause across Middle-earth for generations of our noble line. Many would accuse us of cowardice, of not living up to our responsibilities, but we face death each and every day as we shield those unable to defend themselves. Some call us rangers as if it were a derogatory term, whether it is from wolves, trolls, or worse, and there are things in the dark that make these foes pale by comparison, and we have met and faced them. Now as in our past, even our ancient dead have turned upon us. And our old world is but a memory. Distant glories, those of song and funeral dirge. We preserve the bloodlines of old Numenor, of the four ships of Elendil, that held much magnificence and hope in a day that is long past. appearing only in the embers of our dreams, in poetry and verse, in moldering records kept in a few of the greater libraries of this world. For we hide the bloodlines of the kings of men, of the kingdom of Arnor, the ill-fated realm that split into three at the death of the last king of Arnor, Earendor. I think I pronounced that right. Although we hide, we turn the tide of war against our foe, and his eyes search everywhere for us, for he fears the blood of Numenor. Glorious was the kingdom of Arnor, and those that followed, Arthedain in the west, that lay from Gilgalad's gift of the white towers of Elastirion by the river Lune, to the river Baraduin. Anuminus was theirs, as was the capital at Fornost Arrain. Cardolan lay in the south of Arnor, between the Baranduin, through to the Grey Flood containing the great east road of elf and dwarf in the now ruinous city of Tharbad. Once great, treacherous Rudar fell into shadow, but in its glory lay in the east from the Weather Hills and Amansul, where the three met to the very borders of Imladris and the Misty Mountains. Great was our history, too much to tell of the seven kings of Arnor and the Palantir, the three that caused much of our woes. There was jealousy there, and the kingdoms of both Cardolan and Rudar greatly desired the Seeing Stone of Amansul, but it was denied them even at the end. Even when Arvedui, king of Arthedain, I think that's right, Arthedain or Arthedain? Might be Arthedain. King of Arthedain and his sons died at sea, with the loss of the two Palantir of Amansul and Anuminus. Melbeth the seer predicted him the last of the Arthedain, and his surviving son Aranarth took the chieftainship of the Dunedain in exile. After plague, war, and treachery, the Witch King's machinations all failed to utterly destroy us. Still we live between Linden and Imladris and the North Downs. We are scattered, and the traditions are all that hold us. That and the surviving blood of kings that runs in our chieftains. Otar, squire of Isildur, brought the shards of Narsil to Imladris, where we added the scepter of Anuminus and the ancient ring of Barahir, given unto the Edain in the times of the First Age and sign of the friendship of the Elves. A tradition began which saw our chieftains fostered in Imladris to train in safety and in their youth, so that they may yet unite the kingdoms of old reborn. The time has come at last for us to think of what was and make it so again. The wise still speak of a time when Cardolan, Arthedain, and Rudar will be united and populated again, and the mistakes of our ancestors be wiped from history to save as a reminder, a warning to those of future lines. We possess the one man who could unite the kingdoms of Arnor and Gondor once more. His name is Aragorn, son of Arathorn, and his is the power that could overturn the stewardship that has served Middle-earth well in the south, and announce to all the return of the king. With trumpets and blazoned banners, the Dunedain will call the notes of dynasty that has long remained unheard. The great company will ride in war, and all will fall before our irrepressible charge. The way will not be of ease. We are comparatively few, and our allies may be the stronger part of our hope, yet there are enough to make our dreams true. There are others who will follow our early days in war, and they remember but have lost hope. They remember the alliance that overthrew the Witch King at Fornos and will do their part again. The elves, the folk of Breland, the scattered folk of Eregion, they will answer our call, and we may yet find allies in the dwarves, for they are stronger than they fear they are not. The greater west is our land of friendship and alliance. Trade is good, and the strength of men is beyond recall. Together we will make songs of old live again, bring the words of poets out of the pages of books, and the memory of great Arnor will take form from all of this. Our Aragorn has fought in wars across Middle-earth, leading the sacking of Umbar, fighting in the armies of Gondor. He has ridden alongside our people in secrecy, his flashing blade carving the fury of lost times across the lines of our enemies. He has fought beside the folk of Elrond, has become great in wisdom and the art of war, and he has allies. The sons of Elrond, Eladon, and Elrihir are with us, and any of us would die for him gladly, for he is a great man, and his destiny is larger than any chieftain before him. Days of glory await, and he truly has the strength to bring back the Twin Kingdoms and best Sauron in his own lair of deepening shadow. Okay, so first things first. Public order bonus due to law, population growth. Okay. Population growth is very good at 4%. Chicken farming, carpenter's hut. I think I might go with leather tanner here. That's pretty cheap. We also have a pretty healthy roster of units to choose from. Let's get a spy going. Range is 150. Free upkeep. Oh, okay. So we don't pay any upkeep for these guys, but not great stats. Trapperman. And then Dunedain Wardens. Well, that's kind of interesting. Description, free upkeep. Oh, wait. So there is an upkeep cost to them. Okay, so what does it say? Why does it say free upkeep? Does that mean they get free upkeep inside the capital? I'm guessing that's what it is. Dunedain Rangers. Alright, and these guys are great archers. Might be best for us to get... Let me see. Local militia. Yeah, the Dunedain Wardens are clearly the better soldiers. Let's get one more of these guys. Actually, yeah, these guys will take a while to train. Might as well get the Wardens, I guess. Okay. And we've got these ruffians we need to deal with. And they've got sellswords here too. And what are we going to build here? Smoking house. I think I'll get a leather tanner going there too. So these units are going to be very slow to develop, unfortunately. I just get some militia going here. Let's get some scouts going too. Oh, we need an emissary. Yeah, let's get that going. I'm guessing his bodyguard consists of the rangers, right? Oh, we get some decent mercenaries here. Wandering Company. Cardalin Sentinels. Alright, so they're pretty mid troops here. I mean, they're definitely going to be one of the better ones that we have access to for now. Wandering Company. Wow, these are some very strong stats. So apparently we can get these guys as mercenaries. That's interesting. Farmland Volunteers. I do love these new roster cards we get to look at. The detail is quite nice. And I like how the sellswords look different than in the other mod. That's pretty cool. We may have to rely on mercenaries to fuel our forces. And then I've got... Okay. So we're still in the red, unfortunately. Very much in the red.
Yes, my lord. With honor.
Alright, so it's only these areas that we have access to for now.
Yes. Yes.
Alright, and what can we do with these troops here? We should definitely get these guys on the move. It will cost us some money, but we gotta get these troops moving.
My lord.
Might be best if we start moving our spy. Let me see here. Where should we take our spy? That's a really good question. Let's lower this mic a bit. There we go.
Your orders, my lord.
Alright, I think we can move this guy down here a bit.
Yes. Making camp here.
I don't think we're strong enough to go for Deadman's Dyke just yet. So let's just focus on infrastructure for now. Oh, okay, so we got some money coming in. That's good. Alright, so we got the spy ready and the diplomat. That's good. Let's get our diplomat going here. Might be best if we send our diplomat. Let me see. I need to take a look at our diplomacy here. I might send you in this direction. Yeah.
Always happy to deal with you, trusted friends.
Alright, I'll go ahead and sell my map information, see if this will work.
I do not believe you have another worthy proposal then. Excellent. This isn't going to happen.
Alright, I guess we'll have to wait till next turn.
Orders.
And we've got independent army up there to deal with.
Who is out there?
Could try to go after these guys now, but I don't necessarily see the point in doing that just yet. I would like to get Aragorn moving, but I need my other spy to come over here and see what's going on.
I shall continue tomorrow. I would fight for
And then we've
your
got
cause.
Eladon over there, and
Your attention is an honor.
Inglorian. Gildor Inglorian. There we go. Same Gildor Frodo met in the Fellowship. I think we're going to have this guy just kind of come down here for now.
With honor.
And then I'm going to get you guys moving in this direction.
With honor.
Okay, I'm going to get you guys moving over here.
Yes. We can go no further, my lord.
Oh, that's right. We need to build some more of these watchtowers. Let's get you out here
Honor.
a little further.
With
Okay,
honor.
that's far as you're going. Now go back.
Yes.
Perfect. And I'm going to get Aragorn moving over there.
With honor. Assembling a mighty host.
Alright, let's try not to increase taxes too much. And then this guy here, yeah, I don't think we really need this spy here. Let's have him move down here for now. Keep an eye on the goblins. We're not going to have to worry about Agmar right away. I'm more concerned about what the goblins are going to do these next couple of turns. First Commander of the Breland. The Council of the Breland have concluded their discussions. It has been decided that Otar, a High Elf and a Herald, is to be appointed First Commander of the Breland. The Breland's place in this world remains to be seen, but at the very least they shall be leaderless no more. Alright, good to hear. Alright, so we need to take Tirdhuin, which I believe that's already, yep, already have it right here. Yes, Aragorn. He must be. Alright, so he's got pretty powerful bodyguard. The Grey Company, excellent in close combat. I might just hire some mercenaries here too. The ruffians are pretty cheap. They'd make some pretty decent cannon fodder, you know. Might be best to use them and then have our better soldiers kind of flank the enemy. But the farmhand volunteers, at least since they're pikemen, they might be able to hold the line just long enough. Total defense 1, yeah, they're not. That's really bad defense, isn't it? Abysmal At least the morale of the ruffians is like average. I might trust these guys instead.
To battle. We shall prevail.
Alright, so there's no walls here. We could just take this now if we want to. Got some archers to deal with, and honestly, I don't think we really can afford to waste time on this. Actually, let's see, it was Arnor 3. There we go. I think I'm going to go ahead and just kind of take this place now, because we need to. Army upkeep. Recruitment. Okay.
This is our time.
Yeah, let's see if we can just take this now.
As you command.
Let's get our first taste of battle in. Alright, let's start the deployment. So we got Aragorn's Wandering Company here. I wonder if I need to adjust the settings here a little bit. Got the Dunedain Wardens ready to go. Alright, and then these guys, what are these guys again? Rangers of the North, okay. Cardolan Sentinels, that's right. Alright, let me just take a look at the graphics here. So we're already at the highest settings possible. Okay. I'm going to check one more thing here. I kind of want to tilt the camera down a bit, but I don't know how to do that. Hmm. Okay, I guess there's no way for me to really tilt the camera down. Oh, nope. Nope, wrong one. Wrong order. Okay, where is the... There it is. Might increase the brightness a little bit. Seems a little dim on my end. Alright, hopefully it's not too bright. Alright, hit the sellswords me, please.
We're under attack. continue like this, we will smash the enemy.
Okay, good work, everybody. Got these trappermen on the run. Aragorn, just pursue them. Shield wall, everybody. Shield wall.
Stand, men of the west!
Probably didn't need that right now. I was just curious what that was doing.
Our men have taken control of this. Our men no longer command the city. Only half the enemy force remains.
Alright, where is Aragorn in this mess? Oh, there he is. I think that's Aragorn.
Our men have taken control of the city. We've lost control of the city.
Alright, archers. Might have you stop firing for now. Avoid any friendly fire.
The enemy general abandons his men. We've captured the enemy's
There you
general.
go.
That'll teach the cowardly dog to turn tail and run.
Alright, that should be it right there. Wait, these guys are still fighting?
Behold how our coward awed by the victory.
Alright, we
have
lost
won
152
here today.
troops. I think that was mostly because of the ruffians. Not bad. We expected to lose a decent number of troops because of the mercenaries.
Glory, honor,
Alright, so Tirdhuin taken. We can go ahead and just,
honor have conquered.
let me see here. We'll occupy it. And we earned 2,500 gold from that, so that's great. I guess we'll go ahead and retrain the ruffians then. But I'm going to start getting Aragorn out of here. Yeah, we need Aragorn in the battlefield. He's way too important to be keeping in some rinky-dink village. Alright, let's go ahead and get... Ooh, Dirt Pass will take a while to make. All of this is going to take some time. Might do Ranger's Hall. And then you guys, let's have you focus on... Yeah, let's do another Ranger's Hall there too. That just makes sense. The larger part of our forces are here.
Cleanse these lands.
So it's going to be time to get Aragorn moving again. Let's start having you move up in this direction.
Honor.
I'm going to have you go down here and build a watchtower.
I will go with you to the end. Yes. We shall continue tomorrow.
Okay, and we can hire some pretty good mercenaries if need be.
My lord.
I need to keep an eye on the goblins over here.
Approaching quietly.
Or castle. Okay. I don't see any goblins down here. That's the good news.
Approaching quietly. Approaching quietly.
We should probably head down and take Coloniac next, so I probably should have sent Aragorn down here. Darn, I should have done that. That would have made way more sense.
Taking camp here.
Now that's too late. I could start sending these troops down to back them up. I think I'll send 2 units down to help out. Let's go this way with them. That way Aragorn can eventually meet up with them. I'm going to have you guys start working on... Let's do Carpenter's Hut. How's that? Okay, so they want us to talk to the Dunlendings next. I think I can arrange that. I was supposed to get a trade deal set up with... No, not trade deal. Sell map info to Breland.
I am not quite able to accept this.
Okay.
It was a fair deal. Farewell then.
Alright. Let's move down here with you.
Stopping here.
Nothing shall stand before us.
Alright, what I'm going to do is this. Aragorn will take over for now. I'm going to have you lead the ruffians
Yes.
in this direction.
As you wish. We can go no further today. With honor, my lord. We can go no further, my lord.
Your orders, my lord.
Keep an eye on the goblins over here. See what they're up to.
Approaching quietly.
Spoils returned. Okay, perfect. That's a nice little feature. Get spoils from our generals. Tirdhuin. Where is that again? Yes, we got some extra troops here. That's good. I should probably start setting my spy up here. Keep an eye, because Tirdhuin will be safe from a goblin attack. The only way they can hit Tirdhuin is if they go this way. So it's probably best that we build some sort of watchtower there. But I need, what's his name? I need Arnor Reforged to move on to Coloniac as quickly as possible.
My lord. Approaching quietly.
Okay, nothing else I can do this turn. Need to speak to the Dunlendings next.
Yes. Yes. We're combining forces.
Alright, what kind of forces do they have here? Ruffians? We could take these guys out. We don't need mercenaries.
To battle. We shall prevail. Yes.
Construction report. Yep, all the buildings have been completed. Money is still kind of low. I think I'll do a carpenter's hut here. A lumber camp. Cartolin administration will probably be the better one for us. Building income 50. Good public order bonus. Population growth bonus. It's going to cost us some money, but I think this would be worth it. Let's just check on Tirdhuin first. Yeah, we gotta start focusing on... Let's do Dunedain War Camp here. And then we'll have you focus... I think I'll hold off on it just a little longer. I want to take Koloniak over here next. And where's my diplomat? Yep, I need you to find the Dunlendings.
As you wish,
Okay, good. A candidate for adoption. Mine as well. So we get an extra general here, that's nice. Cost us some money, but I think it'll be worth it. The elves are sending a rather sizable army westwards. Wonder what they're up to. Alright, Dunedain bodyguards. Looks pretty good. And we... Oh, there's no upkeep for these guys. Marvelous. So, 3 units. Lovely. Alright, so... I think this guy's gonna need reinforcements. We'll just have to hold on to that siege. Because they got a lot more troops there than I calculated for, so... Might be best if I send him down to back up this guy.
We shall continue tomorrow.
I can't get Aragorn there right now.
Yes.
I could try to hire some mercenaries, right? I mean, these guys could be expensive. 1875. Yeah, good luck with that. That's too much. I think next turn I'll hire some mercenaries. Hopefully this will be enough for now. Aragorn, I need you to start building some more towers down here. How far can you get? Yeah, it's about as far as you can get. Get back up there. Alright. I think I'll get another diplomat here. Because he can actually act as a spy, more or less.
yes.
Okay, that's an independent city. They got a large army there, holy cow. Led by a woman. It looks like a woman anyways. That's kind of new.
Yes, my lord. Without question.
An order.
My lord. Approaching quietly.
Alright, and the goblins have got a pretty terrifying army here. Cave trolls, oh boy. Black Pit archers, okay, these guys are not going to be pushovers.
Approaching quietly. Tomorrow's journey planned.
They also have got some pretty interesting troops, don't they? Gildoran, Rafadrim, Wandering Sentries. That's pretty cool. Alright, on we go. Agent recruited. How wonderful. I think the agent is up here in Osul. Yep.
Your orders.
I'm going to have you start moving towards Rivendell. Do that for me. I'm going to have this start... Yeah, I'm going to have this guy move up here.
I shall continue tomorrow.
Yes. Concealing the troops by your order. With honor. Yes.
Alright, let's start building this Cardalin administration. Actually, you know what? I'm going to do it over here in Fenestruden instead. Yeah, let's do that.
Your orders, my lord.
I'll hire these mercenaries here to help out.
Honor to battle.
Alright, let's see if we can just auto-resolve this one. Clear defeat? That stinks. Alright, we're gonna have to starve these guys out then. I don't feel like directly attacking that place.
Yes, my lord.
What are we dealing with here, huh? It's really not that intimidating of a force. The problem is, oh, one more turn until surrender. Okay, so one more turn until they're forced to sally forth. I don't think I mind that too much.
Yes, my lord. Without question.
Where are the Dunlendings, though?
Yes.
I think I better go in this
As
direction.
you wish.
I'll find someone
Tomorrow's
eventually.
journey planned out, my lord. Approaching quietly. Approaching quietly.
Alright, we need to keep our spies moving. Yep, but now they're choosing to attack. It should be in our favor now.
An order.
But I'll go ahead and save it. Yep.
An order.
Alright, we'll fight this one. We should have better luck this time.
Units, await my orders.
Alright, drop the equipment. Kind of a sinister tone, isn't it, for Dunedain? Alright, let's spread these archers out a bit. Alright guys, reform. Alright, these guys might be in trouble. That's okay though, because these guys in combat will easily dispatch any foes, including those cell swords. Oh, we got him on the run now. That's good, that's good. Oh crap, they got a shit ton of cell swords there. Oh crap.
Battle is very much in our favor. Victory will be ours. The enemy are badly bloodied. They have lost half their men.
I like how some of the cell swords have the Gondorian style helmets. That's kind of cool. Okay.
The enemy general abandons his men.
Alright, the cell swords are broken. I need to get the ruffians reformed. Alright. Bodyguards are out of arrows. Time to send you in with your mighty axes. I don't think these ruffians are going to hold very long without your help. Oh.
The enemy general flees like the coward he is. Press onward and break the spirit of his army.
Alright, won't be that much longer. Keep up the pressure, guys. Keep up the pressure. We're almost finished with these jokesters.
Captured the enemy's general.
Alright,
That
nice.
The cowardly dog to turn tail and run. Behold how our cowardly. This is a
We
clear
lost 211 men in that battle. Again, because mostly the ruffians are absorbing the losses for us.
We have triumphed.
All
A most
right.
noble conquest.
Might as well get a tiny bit of gold from this. Not even enough to pay for a Starbucks. I think we better start merging these guys. That way we can just retrain one dude. Ooh, not enough. Okay. Alright, first things first. Let's get some land clearance down. And you are going to... Let's see. Let's disband this guy. I'm going to have you start taking the troops back this direction. Can't really adjust the tax rate, unfortunately.
An order.
But I'm going to have you start heading back up north. Actually, before you do that, let me see here.
With honor. Yes.
Alright, that's as far as you're going to go. At least build that there for me.
Honor. Orders.
And then I'm going to have you just kind of head back north. That's my thinking. I might have you take the long way this way. Yeah, let's do that. That way I can have you build another tower there. And then head towards Osul from there. Gotta do something about Aragorn here.
Yes.
Oof. Okay, might need to decrease taxes here for a bit. I think this barrack should help with law. Yes, public order. Yes, that does help a bit.
Stand, men of the
Alright,
West!
Aragorn, you stick around for just, I think like one more turn. And then we'll have you take off. Forgot about my diplomats. And my spies.
My lord.
Alright, let's have you talk to Imladris
Yes.
then.
As you
Oh, is there no longer a fort here?
without question,
That kind of blows.
Always happy to deal with you, trusted friends. No, we cannot agree. Good day.
Yeah, they're bankrupt. So they can't really give me any money at all. But I really need to keep an eye on this frontier, because if the goblins do head towards this way, then I have to know what's going on. Alright, I'm going to have you head towards Osul here.
With honor. Yes. Yes. With honor.
Okay, so money's doing a little bit better now. Might be time for us to build... I might hold off for one more turn. As for Tirdhuin, I'm going to get Aragorn moving here. I don't mind losing some money there. Let's do land clearing next. Let's definitely get Aragorn on the move, so... Let's see what's going on here.
Yes, my lord. Yes.
There they are.
What is it you wish to discuss?
Trade rights, map information.
No, we cannot agree to this now. Glad we could reach it until we meet again.
There we go. Got 1,000 gold from that.
Yes,
That was
my
worth it.
My lord.
So I'm gonna have you head up in this direction. Keep an eye on this Osten Ethel up here.
Middle Earth depends on us.
And Aragorn. The next question is, where are we going to venture next in Middle-earth? We're not dealing with as many attacks around our settlements as I had anticipated, so I might just take Aragorn up north. Let's see here. I need some more information about what's going on up here, though, because I gotta know if Agmar's starting to head in this direction. But taking back Fornost over here would be great for us. So I think that's what I'll do. Let me get Aragorn up here.
With honor. We can go no further, my lord.
End this turn.
Stand, men of the West!
Adafor has returned 955 loot to Osul. Okay, there we go. Not sure where he's getting the loot from, but if it's loot, we'll take it. Alright, so just gotta figure out what I'm gonna do here next. What kind of bodyguard does this guy have again?
Yes.
Yes, my lord.
The Dunedain Rangers. Okay.
Yes.
I might have you go and support Aragorn, because this guy has technically the slightly better bodyguard. At least they're better in close combat. So I'd rather leave him behind to manage Osul.
With honor.
But I need to give Aragorn some troops to work with here too, so... We could start heading towards Deadman's Dyke, but I'm very nervous about what the goblins could be doing. Holy cow, they got a big army. Where are they going? Oh, we might be in trouble there.
Deliver our wrath!
What is it?
We might have to send Aragorn down south to deal with the goblins first. Because I'm a little worried about their presence. In fact, I might send Edifor down there really quick. That might be the better decision. Let's send him down.
Yes.
I can hire some mercenaries along the way.
With honor. Yes.
Yeah, I'll have you keep heading down this way. Send you back. Okay, at least retrain the Dunedain Wardens. I could send the scouts down that way too. I mean, we're gonna need a much bigger army to deal with these guys, because that's pretty intimidating. They got sellswords, they got the Black Pit infantry. We're really gonna need Aragorn for this. Alright, let's send you up north. Still ruled by some Rudar Hillmen.
Let us fight as one.
Alright, let's keep you in Tirdhuin for now. Alright, and that one's done in one more turn.
Yes.
I'm really going to need to get Edifor back here to Koloniak. And Osul up here. Oh, what to do with you? Master Carpenter's Hut. Might do Smoking House next. It's a little bit on the cheaper side. I'm not too worried about the need for troops here. I feel like we got an okay roster to work with, just in case. But I've got to start sending troops back quickly down here. I got to get Aragorn down here too. I can't get any troops here, but by next turn I can hire some ruffians. But the Wandering Company, yeah, we're not ready for that yet. I could hire the Wandering Company and just keep them in here, because how much free upkeep do we get? 2. Okay, that could be tricky. I'm a little worried about what these goblins are going to do next, because that's a very big army, and even with Aragorn's troops, bankrupt. Yeah, they're not going to be able to offer any money for it. We got to deal with the goblins. Let's see what they're doing. Clans of Enedwaith. Okay. I'll deal with that later.
Yes, my lord.
Alright, so the goblins still hold on to this area. That is an ugly army right there. Yikes.
As you wish. My lord.
I'm going to get my spy moving down this way.
Approaching quietly. Approaching quietly.
Yeah, I'll have to figure out what to do with Aragorn. At least we got some more money coming in. That's good. But I'm going to start sending you up north. Keep an eye on Agmar. That's another independent settlement. That's good. I could send this guy down now to help out. It's kind of tricky what we should do here next. Let's bring you down there. I think what we should do next is start building this Dunedain war camp. Actually, the Rangers Council Guard might be more helpful, because here's the thing. This will take 3 turns to get done, and then we'll still have to wait 3 or more turns to get troops from here. But if I get the Rangers Council Guard, what I could do is hire the Wandering Company as mercenaries, and then just keep them permanently stationed in Koloniak. That's not such a bad idea when you think about it. Let me just see what happens if I try to hire them. It's saying 0 gold, so... Oh, they already hired them. Interesting. Huh. So the Wandering Company, definitely one of the finest units we can get right now. 215 for range, very high accuracy, missiles 24, unbreakable morale. So these guys will be the reason why we can hold off against a goblin army that size.
By your command, my lord.
Yeah, because the thing is, oof, army upkeep is really bad now. I think it just makes sense for us to start. Let me see here. I may have to go back a turn. Because I didn't want to hire those elves just yet. I was hoping to avoid that. I just wanted to see what it would cost to recruit them. It doesn't cost anything to recruit them, but to maintain their upkeep, extremely expensive. So, got to keep that into consideration next time. Nope.
Yes.
Yeah, let's put you in there for now. I'm going to have you build the Rangers Council Guard.
Please send an emissary to open negotiations, my friend.
In the meantime, I could start recruiting some more troops. I know the militia are not great, but they are pretty cost effective for the most part. And they only take 2 turns. Let's get 2 more of these guys going.
Approaching, my lord.
Alright, you need to tell me what's going on over here.
Your orders. As you wish. Without
Keep an eye on the
question,
goblins there.
stopping here.
End this turn. Okay, got a bunch of other stuff done. Money's doing pretty well. At least economically, it's not as brutal as EUR, because EUR can be very tough to maintain an economy early game, but here it feels like it's a bit more lax, which I do appreciate that.
Yes, my lord.
As long as you're building infrastructure and not going overboard with the recruitment, you can get some money coming in. It's not impossible. So that goblin army is heading straight for Tharbad, I'm guessing. Maybe the Dunlendings will deal with them. I'm not sure which is worse to deal with, goblins or Dunlendings. But I need some more intel on these goblins. Yeah, if we're going to take them out, we're going to need like a really good army here. The numbers, it's mostly just the numbers we have to worry about. But if anyone's going to lead this army, it's going to be Aragorn. That's for sure.
With honor.
Alright, I say let's get... Ooh, Leather Tanner. I think the roads would be more beneficial. Let's get that for now. Because I'm going to get Aragorn moving here. We can hire pikemen here. I mean, we could get a somewhat decent army moving here. I think what we can do is we can get Aragorn hiring some mercenaries. We can get 2 militia units from here, or just have the wardens come down, because the wardens are much better troops. We combine all of our forces together, we might stand a chance against these goblins, because if we can wipe these guys out, we could start pushing into their territory.
Yes, my lord. As you wish.
Yeah, because the goblins are getting really strong. I hope the elves can do something about that. Because I'm a little nervous about that right now. And then you need to keep an eye on whatever's going on up here, because
Approaching
I'm a little nervous about
approaching
Agmar at the moment. Ooh, is that? That's an Agmar in general.
I
They're gonna...
respect you.
Holy cow, they got a big army. Okay, so we might be in trouble down here. Rudar's definitely gonna be in trouble. They can't hold off against this.
It will be an honor defeating you.
I mean, I know they don't have the best troops, but that's still a fearsome army to deal with. And we're gonna have to do something about the goblins fast. Yeah, they're gonna take Barshaleg, unfortunately.
my lord. Your orders. Without question. What is it? As you wish.
Okay, I don't think these guys will have a hard time dealing with them. They should be able to stop the goblins on their own.
Stay alert.
So the real question is, should I bother trying to deal with the goblins down here, or should I maybe start sending my troops back up north so we can start pushing against Agmar?
I
Because
respect.
we can't let Agmar extend too far south, and honestly, we've already lost some time in what we could have invested in taking back Deadman's Dyke, so... Can I get another agent recruited? Yes, I can get a spy going. That's a good idea. Let's get that going. I think what I'm going to do is this. We got to leave some troops down south just in case, but Aragorn is invaluable. Edofor is pretty useful too. I might leave him in charge in the south.
Yes.
And then
Glory
I'll have you... Maybe I'll have you join Aragorn.
with honor.
I'll have you go
defending
back
our
up
care.
north and join Aragorn. I'm going to get these guys moving here too. Yeah, because we got to start moving north and see if we can take Deadman's Dyke up here. Because taking Deadman's Dyke, that's going to be a huge boost to us economically. We need that, so I think we're going to get Aragorn moving up here right now.
Yes.
Let's start getting the boys ready here. Let's make sure they get the best troops possible for this venture.
Exhaustion continuing later.
I'll get one more of these guys going.
I have something for you. Accepted, indeed.
Okay, how are we doing money-wise? Not too bad.
It will be an honor defeating.
Alright, we need to keep an eye on these guys for sure. Okay, so we got some more allies going on here. Nice.
Orders. As you wish.
Alright, so we got some decent troops here.
Yes.
I've got a general on his way up north.
Orders.
So I can have you help defend Asul up here
We shall continue
without too much
tomorrow.
trouble. And then I'll take this whole army with me as far up north as I can to start taking... Yeah, we need to start pushing for Deadman's Dyke up here. Alright, let's save this as Arnor 14. I'm going to start sending these troops out now. Yeah, how bad would it be if I sent you now?
Yes.
Yeah, it won't be pretty, that's for sure. But time is of the essence, and honestly, I could at least get a third of the way there if I send these guys up now. And then you can be there by next turn. And I know it's going to cost some money, but let's get this war camp set up now just so we don't have any regrets. Because if we get the war camp set up, we can get wardens in there and militia, and that should be okay against the goblins. For now, anyways.
An order. Yes.
Alright, I really got to get another spy going. Where's my spy? Yeah, you need to keep an eye on up here. I got to know what's going on. Okay, they're still sitting there. We got to get Aragorn's big host moving.
With honor.
I won't be able to get there on time. I could probably just at least get my generals up there, save some money. No, that won't happen either. At least save some money on the cavalry. Let's get you guys moving.
The line of Elendil must not be broken. Yes. We can go
Okay,
no
we'll
further,
do that.
Lord.
And I know I've got some more wardens coming up. What's going on down here?
My lord.
Yeah, what is
Yes, my
going on
lord.
down here? Have they taken this?
Without question.
No, they're just kind of sitting there, I guess.
Yes, my lord. Yes, as you wish. Yes. My lord.
Alright, and that... Alright, good job, dwarves.
We bring word for you.
I wonder if I get some money out of this.
This proposal is of little. Farewell then.
Yeah, you brought it up. What is that, plague? A quest for a hero. Okay, the 9 have left Minas Morgul. Okay, so we gotta send Aragorn to the Prancing Pony.
Shall not fall.
Not great time right now, but I guess we'll just do this.
With honor, we shall continue.
Wow, we get a lot of mercenaries here. I mean, I know not great mercenaries, but at least something. Earthquake. So earthquakes happen here? Okay. Well, that's not fun. I think I'm gonna send the Rangers.
Yes.
Yeah, I might send you up here instead.
By your command, we'll make camp here.
My lord. Approaching quietly, my lord. Approaching quietly.
Alright, so we got some Agmaran forces there.
Approaching quietly.
They have not taken Raglot yet, but it's only a matter of time before they do.
Approaching quietly.
And then once that happens, they're going to start spilling into Osul, so that's not good for us.
Fear the blade of Elendil.
Need to get Aragorn over there.
My lord.
But we really need Aragorn to justify taking this, so... I don't know how I feel about this just yet.
As you wish. Merging armies,
Yes,
my
my
lord.
lord.
Yes. With honor. Yes. With honor.
Probably not a good idea. I'm pretty sure they're going to come out and try to destroy us.
Yes, my lord.
While entertaining the prancing pony, Aragorn had a chat with the owner. It seems the Grey Wizard left a letter for Aragorn, as he always does. Dark have been the times of late, and if I'm right, I might have stumbled on the darkest secret of all. I cannot tell you my suspicions in this letter. It might fall in the wrong hands, but I hope I can count on your help. You must search for Gollum in the Rudar uplands. His appearance will be somewhat orcish, and he will travel alone. It is imperative that you locate him before the dark forces find him. The 9 have indeed left Minas Morgul, as the rumors told. I myself will ride to Minas Tirith to do some more research. Meet me here in the Prancing Pony as soon as you have located and captured Gollum. Hurry, LSR, time is of the essence. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and do some stuff for Gandalf. Oh, forgot about that. Whoopsies. Okay, so if we stay in Breeland, we can get 630 loot for if we stay there for a bit. Alright, where do we need to go? I love that it shows me where I need to go. That's wonderful. So I gotta go all the way over here? Holy cow. Okay. Well,
We shall stand together.
Yes, my lord.
Yes.
oof. And they're led by wraiths. Yikes. Barrow Whites, not good, not good. And they got hill trolls. Oh, these are some ugly looking things here. A warg pack. Not scared of those guys. But this is clearly a battle for Aragorn, so
Your orders, my lord.
this may not be good timing for us. I think we better just start sending you back. Because right now, I think it just makes more sense to start kind of like stay close to our borders here. Ugh. I mean, if we get Aragorn here, we could possibly take this. But it's a huge undertaking.
This is our time.
And we're not great on money at the moment. Like, we're staying ahead of our bills here, but nothing much coming in. Because if I could have hired these guys, that could help make a difference. Especially the Wandering Company, of course. That would be an easy yes, but with our forces like this, I don't have great faith that we can actually win that.
Let us fight as one.
And even if we take Deadman's Dyke, the losses are going to be tremendous. So I think we're better off just heading back for now.
With honor. Yes. We shall stand together.
Alright. Alright, just stay there for now.
My lord. Approaching quietly. Approaching quiet, my lord. My lord. Approaching quietly. Approaching quietly.
An order by your command.
Okay, that's good. Alright. Alright, folks, I'm going to go ahead and save it here for now. I might want to make an adjustment to my dimensions here. Hmm. Hmm. I wonder if I should keep it like this. See how everything looks. And before I do that, let me just make a correction here on my screen. Alright, let's see how that looks then. I have a feeling this might look a little bit better for us. Because I don't know if I'm crazy about that whole super widescreen look. It feels like it's stretching out the details a bit. Alright, let's take a look at this here.
Yes.
I don't think it's made too much of a difference. Yeah, if anything, I don't think it's made any real difference at all. Let me see if I can make one more adjustment here. Try 1440 by 1080, see how that looks. Guess I'll try maximizing it, see how that looks. Oop. Guess I made it way too big. Gotta adjust my OBS again. Alright, let's see how that looks on the battle map now. Might be better for us. I'll give it one more try and just see how this looks. Keep going to the wrong menu here. Let's try this. I'm hoping this will improve the look, because it just... I know it's an old game, but they put a lot of work into the mod, and honestly, I feel like the details should be a little bit stronger than what I'm getting. Still feels a little pixelated. Alright, let's see how this looks now. I don't know about you, but that does seem to look a little better, doesn't it?
My lord. Yes.
That does look better.
Your orders, my lord.
Yeah, I might stick with this then.
Yes.
Your orders, my lord.
Yeah, that does look a heck of a lot better now. I'm glad of that. That looks way better.
My lord.
Alright, I'm gonna try one more thing here. I might experiment with all out 3440. Let's see how crazy this makes it. Nope, gotta adjust it again. It's so wide right now. There we go. What if I do this? Yeah, I think that'll do nicely. I'm just gonna see how this looks, and if it's great, I'll keep it. If not, then I'll go back to 25, 50, or 60, or whatever it is. Yeah, because I really want to see how this will look. Yeah, that looks pretty good, doesn't it? I like the way that looks so far.
As you wish.
Yes, my lord. My lord. My lord. Approaching quietly.
Okay, so
Yes.
let me at least see if I can get through another turn here. Nope, lid's not open. $2,000 coin? Oh, that's so nice of you. Thank you. You shouldn't have. But seriously, I needed the money, so thank you. Alright, so I'm gonna have you kind of go this way for a tiny bit.
Approaching quietly.
I'm kind of wondering if we should push for Ragla and take it before Agmar does.
An order.
But I gotta get Aragorn to the Rudar uplands before Agmar gets there too. So I'm gonna have him kind of just... Let me see. Because do we pay any upkeep for his forces?
Yes.
Okay, so I guess we don't pay for any upkeep for them, right? Nope, 0. They're all volunteers.
Sharpen your swords. With honor.
Actually, there's no point in that. Just keep going.
An order.
I'm gonna start putting you guys in here.
By your command.
And I'm gonna start beefing up our forces here. I think Hervagil over here, he should start leading the troops up north, see if we can start contesting the Agmarum forces. In the meantime, probably smart if we get this Cardalin administration going. And we're in a good place to kind of raise taxes, but population does seem a little on the thin side, so I'm going to wait on that. Let's upgrade this to a town, and then that's all the spending I'm going to do.
My lord.
Definitely keep an eye on those goblins up there.
Approaching quietly. Would you wish to speak to me?
Where's my other diplomat? That's not him. Where'd he go? I had a dude up here, didn't I? Okay, so that's where he is. Okay. Gonna have you keep an eye on Tharbad for now.
My lord. Approaching quietly. I shall continue tomorrow.
Alright. And Aragorn. Can't do anything with you just yet. Gonna start sending Aragorn to find Gollum. We gotta make that happen. Yeah, why not?
We expect. Good day to you.
The line of Elendil must not be broken.
Alright, money is doing good again. We can definitely justify recruiting more troops now. Now, Aragorn could be in trouble if there's any troops over here that can give some trouble, so I'm going to send my spy down here just in case, just real quick.
Approaching.
Middle Earth depends on us.
I need to get Aragorn going over here as fast as possible. And the good news is, on his way, he'll build a bunch of these towers to help out. Okay, how bad would it be on our finances if we get all these troops out, huh? Probably not great, but
As you wish.
he needs as large of an army as I can possibly give him.
Orders.
I think that's about as much as I can do. I mean, it's a good variety of troops. We got some archers here, some really good archers, decent wardens here. But if this army was led by Aragorn, it would make a much bigger difference. I just feel like I need to start pushing in another direction, because let me see here. Honestly, what I think we should do is start contesting Ragla up there. I just don't know if we really have the strength to justify doing that. I mean, we got to get Aragorn's help, but Aragorn's got a task to do.
Yes. Yes.
Alright, let's leave you guys in there for one more turn. Because in the meantime, I'm going to try building tall. If we can't build wide, we can build tall. Yeah, let's do leather tanner here. You're still building that. You need to start building dirt paths. There we go. Just focus on anything that helps the economy grow a bit. Because we're not going to be able to expand for a while.
We have a word for
I don't mind alliance. Everyone's being friendly.
well,
Except the bad guys, of course.
good day.
Alright. Let's see. Where is he? Where'd this guy pop up? I mean, having this guy could really help out too.
With honor. Orders.
Yeah, having him as an extra general could really help us out. Let's just check on the stats here. I think he has... Yeah, I think he might be better as governor, right? Yeah, slightly better.
Yes.
Alright, let's keep you in command. Well, commanding alongside Hervigil over here. Yep, that's good.
Yes.
Oof, that's gonna hurt us.
Orders.
I need as many good troops as I can possibly get. That's the problem.
With honor. We shall continue.
Oh, darn, I should have had you build something there. Crap. Okay, you can do it on the way back.
Orders. My lord.
Alright, stay there for now.
Orders.
I'm gonna have you go up and just build another tower this way for me. I think you can do that, right?
Yes. Making camp here.
My lord.
Alright, go back up there.
Quietly.
It looks like the Rudar Hillmen still hold on to that town. That's not bad.
My lord.
I don't think Agmar's going to take that anytime soon, so I think we can relax on that. I'm going to have you start heading back and...
Approaching quietly.
Yeah, because Ragla is basically... Yeah, it's strategically very important for us to take Ragla, because if Agmar takes it, then that's one more piece of territory we have to take from them in order to start pushing north. So once Aragorn is done with the Goblin mission, I mean, the problem is he's got to have other missions too. I could have him come up north and help us fight Agmar up here a bit. But the economy needs to be in a better place to justify sending so many troops, because I don't have a ton right now. The clans ally the Dunedain. The leaders of the clans of Enedwaith have gathered in solemn council, discussing the fate of their people in these dark and perilous times. They weigh the options before them, considering the risks and rewards of joining the forces of good or remaining neutral in the conflict. After much debate, they made the bold decision to pledge their allegiance to the side of light and join the fight against the forces of evil. With this decision, the clans of Enedwaith have agreed to fight alongside their new allies to share their knowledge and resources, and to stand together in the face of any and all challenges that may come their way. A great victory of the forces of good, and a beacon of hope for all those who fight against the darkness. Okay, it's become clear the creature no longer inhabits the Rudar uplands. Okay, that feels like a waste of time. It is very likely he has been captured by servants of the Dark Lord. The trail went south for many miles until it was no longer clear which direction he went. It would be best to return to Bree and report to Gandalf as soon as possible. He will not be happy to hear about the disappearance of Gollum, but perhaps he can shine a light on why this creature is of such importance. Travel to Bree directly, since the lands are becoming more dangerous every day. So he's now mastered Kingsfoil, so I guess that's going to help us with our wounded troops a little bit more then, huh? Let's take a look at this here. Elven Friend, where's Kingsfoil? I'm not sure if Elrond would like to hear Elven Wife as one of his traits. You're supposed to be king of... You're supposed to reclaim the kingship of Gondor first before you can take his daughter as a wife. That was the deal, Aragorn. At least according to the books. Alright, time to send Aragorn back.
Son of Arathorn.
But I am going to have you build a tower here.
Yes. With honor, we shall continue tomorrow. Orders. Yes.
Alright, start heading down that way.
We can go no further,
Aragorn, you're going to head back to Bree.
Camp here.
Let's just hope Enedwaith doesn't screw this up by attacking Bree. And Enedwaith, they're allies with all the forces of good now, so I'm glad to hear about that, because in EUR, one of the frustrating things about holding an alliance with Enedwaith is that it doesn't guarantee at all in the slightest that they're not going to attack your friends. So I really like how if you can form an alliance with Enedwaith, they'll just automatically become friends with all your allies too. So you don't have to worry about them betraying any of your friends or allies and then having to deal with that mess down the road. So I'm very happy to see that. That's pretty cool. It also makes it a bit more, in my opinion, lore accurate as well. So you don't have this sort of chaotic Middle-earth that's more like sandbox Middle-earth where anything goes sort of thing.
My lord.
Okay, I need you to head back. Actually, see if my diplomat can
Yes,
reveal
my
where the
lord.
goblins are.
Without question. As
Because if that big goblin army is on its way to our territory, I've got to know at some point. Alright, how much money we got? We still don't have a lot of money coming in, sadly. I think it's because you've got too many troops now, maybe. Got the town upgrade coming, that's good.
yes, my lord.
Alright, let's wait one more turn to get these troops. I mean, we could just start marching them now, right? Gonna be in the red for a while, sadly. But it might be best for us to take Ragla before Agmar does. Or maybe while it's still being held by the Rudar Hillsmen, we could just send this army over to Deadman's Dyke now. That may not be such a bad idea, honestly.
Yes.
Your orders, my lord.
Alright. I think that's what I'll do. Let's take a chance here and head to Deadman's Dyke, because we know taking Deadman's Dyke is going to be far more valuable to us than trying to head towards Raglan now, and then take heavy casualties and hope to God we can hold it against Agmar. If we take Deadman's Dyke, that's only going to strengthen us even further, and it's a good stepping stone towards reclaiming Anuminus, the lost city of Anuminus. I think we should do that. If we're fast enough, I think we can take Deadman's Dyke in the next couple of turns. That will be the ultimate goal.
An order. Yes. Orders. Making camp here.
Oh crap. Getting chased by goblins. Getting chased by trolls? Why don't you go away, goblins?
Fight with courage.
Yeah, go away, goblins. Let me be.
With honor, we shall continue tomorrow. Orders.
Yes, my lord. Yes, stopping here.
Alright, what have we got? A grain exchange? Ooh, that would actually help a little bit. Rangers Council Hall. A school. Way station. Alright, so this allows us to retrain a bunch of these troops. Okay, so I think we could do green exchange. That's a small little investment that has long-term value. That one's gonna be done in one more turn. Now, how exactly do I get access to better units? Does that require me to... I might have to look at... Merchants Guild, Warriors Guild. Okay, so... No, it's not what I want to look at. Arnor Restoration. Alright, so I need to take a look at this faction overview in a little bit more detail, because that's going to be the key to us getting better troops down the line. It's kind of a big deal. The Muddied Hand of the Haruvi. Oh, through cunning diplomacy, careful negotiations, the people of Dorwinian and the Avardi have found an accord. The exact details of how this agreement came to pass are are unknown, but whispers in the winds speak of Avardan banners marching side by side with those of the Leothioda, Roadengi, and Kugathi. How long this peace will last is yet to be seen, but for anyone wishing to challenge the Vine Regent, be wary, for there is more than just man to contend with now. Interesting. Alright, so these guys are going to be kind of annoying. Could I send these guys out and deal with these trolls by themselves? Do they really need Aragorn's help to deal with them?
As you command.
Alright, lost some troops there, but that's okay. Got rid of the goblins. Good job.
Glorious victory.
I'll just have these guys... Oh, can't retrain them. That's okay. Alright. I'm going to get you over here. In fact, what I'll do is kind of just have you go this way, so that by next turn you can be done talking to Gandalf. Alright, Deadman's Dyke will not be easy to take, but it will not be impossible. Now, these guys will be difficult to deal with. Very powerful Barrow-wights. The hill trolls don't seem to be too bad. I feel like we might be able to take them out with Aragorn's troops rather easily. Orc fighters, yeah, we've got archers for that. We've got some decent generals here too, so I think we stand a pretty decent chance. It's just that we got to get these guys moving now.
Yes.
Okay, so we could just afford these guys.
Your orders, my lord.
With honor.
I say we head to Deadman's Dyke now and start making that trip. Okay, good. Alright, we've upgraded that. I'm gonna have you start focusing. Carpenter's Hut. Ballista Maker. That might be useful. It's a little on the expensive side, though. Let's do Leather Tanner for now. Alright. Keep an eye on Ragla up here. Make sure Agmar can't cause any trouble, or at least tell me if they are causing trouble. I need the Rudar Hillsmen to hold that territory.
My lord. As you wish.
Alright, let's check on diplomacy. Actually, that's the wrong one. Diplomacy. Let's see. Who are the Dunlendings at war with? They're not at war with the goblins. If they were, that would have been a great thing, honestly. Because then I wouldn't have to worry about the goblins attacking me right away. But I have no idea what they could be planning. Reforged Narsil. Elisar talked to 4 men from Gondor who are currently traveling far north. It seems that Gondor has had a hard time defending against Mordor and is in need of aid. Now is the time to reforge Narsil, the sword of Isildur. It will give hope and strength to the people of Gondor in the dark times ahead. The journey to Imladris will be long and hard, but if anyone can reforge Narsil properly, it will be the elves. Alright, gotta look out for these guys. I need to know what they're up to. That is a huge army, so I really hope they're not heading towards any of my territory up here, because I may not be ready for that. Okay. I was really hoping to get Aragorn's help here, but honestly, I don't think I can afford... I don't think I can afford to have Aragorn distracted up in the north when... If he can head towards Imladris, he could actually stop by and help defend any of these territories along the way, because we're going to need his bodyguard desperately for that, so... I'm going to start sending you in this direction. Okay. You can hire some more mercenaries, I'm thinking. Won't cost that much. We really need to take Deadman's Dyke. I think this is going to be rather pivotal to our early game campaign. And I don't think we're going to have to attack these guys, honestly. We only have to hold out for 6 turns. Heck, they'll probably sally forth and try to attack us themselves.
Sharpen your swords.
Alright, how much free upkeep do we get in this town? So we don't get much free upkeep in this place. It's like we get 3 for now.
I have returned to fulfill my destiny.
I don't feel very confident about sending more troops down south when I don't have anything up here. I've completely emptied out Osul. Koloniak, similar situation. I guess it just depends on which direction these guys are going in. That's why I really got to keep an eye on them. I'm hoping the High Elves can put some more pressure on them, because I need time to take Deadman's Dyke. Oh, I completely forgot my... Yeah, let me try to make an adjustment here. Kind of want to change this a bit. There we go. Yeah, I think that should be fine. There we go. Alright, load the game back up. Alright. Just gotta wait for campaign to load back up again. There we go. Alright, now we're not gonna have much money coming in right now. And I'm gonna have you head back up in this direction. Because I don't really need to worry about the west over here. There are no other evil factions this way. It's really just Agmar in the east I have to worry about in the north.
Your attention is an honor, noble
What's
ally.
Gildor doing over here?
I would fight for your people as if they were
My lord.
Okay, so...
Yes.
I want you to go this way.
Without question. As you will, my lord.
You head on over this way.
Approaching quietly. Approaching quietly.
Yeah, I think the goblins might leave us alone for a bit longer. treachery of Saruman. Okay, we knew Saruman was bad. 12 stories. Little is known about them, and that is just as they would have it. For the 12, life is like a fleeting dream. A grain of sand in the sea of dunes, as they are to the desert. The sword and shield is to them. There are no final warriors, all have hardened with, not from the serpent, the Great Khan, or the Black King, and now the 12 stand ready to be thrust once again to the fray of destiny. It seems that death cannot even sate their blades, for this is not the first time they have stood ready only to be struck down the battlefield. In any case, only fate awaits them now. Huh. They can only ever be hired once. Interesting, okay. Oh, okay, so Gandalf is now joining us, is that right? Am I reading that right? Do we now have Gandalf as a general? We must.
I will restore hope to men.
There he is. Alright, so he's got the Dunedain cavalry.
Hearken to me.
What I might do is send you up north.
My lord. Middle-earth depends on us. I will guide the strength.
So is this bodyguard? Yeah, it's costing us some upkeep there. Let me see if I can at least put you in here for now.
Yes. I return to claim the throne of Gondor.
Alright, let's have you head down this way for now. In fact, I'm gonna have you build a watchtower on the way.
Yes. Making camp here.
It might be wise to have Gandalf join him. Okay, good. Let's focus on that. So we've got a pretty decent force here. I think we're just going to have to wait these guys out and force them to sally forth. Not much I can really do there.
My lord.
I was hoping they would sally forth sooner, but I guess we're just going to have to wait until they're forced to come out on their own. I wonder if it'll be safe to have him go up there now. He might run into goblins along the way.
My lord, approaching quietly.
You know, it's a little crazy, but I wonder if it would be wise
Shall not fall.
to go after these guys now with the help of the elves. Because we got Elrond here, like, we're going to be outnumbered massively, but with Elrond's help, we could beat these guys. You know, I'm going to do it. Let's see if we can help them out. We can fight as one.
With honor. This is our time. Yes. Assembling a mighty host.
Alright.
We shall
Might regret this, but let's fight it. Let's fight it out, guys. Alright, so these units look a lot better now. I'm glad I just changed the settings a bit, because they look way better now. Holy cow. I was a little worried about how I was looking earlier, because I'm like, man, this detail looks terrible. But now they look like, yeah, they look way better now. Okay, so, Elrond is probably going to come from, left or right, I'm not sure. Can I hide Aragorn? I don't think I can. Okay. Let me think about this. Yep, they look pretty nasty. Holy cow, these guys look awful. Oof. Yep, we're in trouble. Aragorn, you might want to fall back a bit. Alright, let's hope that Elrond can attract their attention enough so that we can... Oh crap, they got that siege equipment too, yikes. And they've got... Yep, they got those special goblin catapults. I think they're extremely powerful. Man, these trolls look way different than the ones in EUR. Holy cow. These are some hideous trolls. Ugh. Alright, elves. Let's hopefully we won't get Elrond killed in this battle. That'll be awful. But if we can take out this huge goblin army, that'll bring them down a peg, that's for sure. Alright, I'm going to bring Gandalf's cavalry a little bit closer to help them out. Alright, let's see if we can help get rid of those trolls. I sent Aragorn down here. Okay. Oh, I still didn't kill the troll? Alright, Gandalf, get out of there. I'm gonna have you swing around, hit those catapults. Aragorn's going to take absolutely forever to get there. Alright, let's just do a quick hit over here. That was great. Okay, might be getting in trouble there, Gandalf. Get out of there. Why are they sending their artillery crew forth? Like, what? You guys have the complete advantage. You should be firing on the elves. Alright, let's hit him again. Come on, Dunedain. Let's hit him good. Alright, Aragorn, I need you to go after that crew. Gandalf, get out of there. Shoot, he's getting swarmed. Lost a bunch of guys there. That's not good. Come on, get out of there, Gandalf. Before you get killed. We might be able to win this. The elves are doing the most of the fighting here right now, and they're winning. But I need Aragorn to go after this catapult crew, and Gandalf, I'm going to need you to regroup and try to hit these archers here. Yeah, I need you to hit these archers here again. I know you guys are tired, but you need to go after those goblins. Oh, you're still fresh. That's good. Go on now. Kill those goblins.
Swinging in our favor.
Of course it is.
Such tidings does victory emerge.
We're winning this.
The battle is very much in our favor. Victory will be ours.
Alright, I'm going to have you regroup up here now. Yeah, there we go. Hit those goblins. Hit them.
Only half the enemy force remains.
Alright, they're broken now. All we gotta do is just envelope behind them over here. My ear is so itchy over here. Perfect. Alright, they're broken. Let's go after them, boys. They're done for.
Men of the West!
Come on, Aragorn. You should be up there fighting them. Not hiding behind your bodyguards. Get up in there. Alright, this battle is pretty much over. I don't know who else is left to fight except ones that are running away. Yeah, I think it's still this catapult crew we have to deal with. That's the reason why we still can't end this battle. But I'm gonna make sure they're all wiped out. Yeah, they're still warmed up. Nice. Okay.
The enemy army flees the field.
Continue.
Pursue and run them down.
Alright, we want to make sure that catapult crew doesn't get away. And then who else is there left to chase down then? Still a lot left, I think. I wonder if this is Rome Total War music. Sounds like it. Oh, only 91% killed off? Nope, they ran away. Go up here instead and see if we can catch... How many are up here still? Oh, okay, he's dead.
This is a clear victory.
Alright, so we only lost 17 soldiers here, killed 322, captured 222. Elves lost 122, but look at how many they killed and captured. Just a crazy number. I'm glad we did that. It looked like the elves kind of needed help there, so that's a great victory. It should keep the goblins at bay for a bit.
Conceding the troops by your
Execute.
honor, victory. Sauron must be defeated.
Alright, we're gonna have to stick around for this turn. It would be best if we stay nearby, in case the goblins are still nearby somewhere. Osgiliath reclaimed.
This city was once the jewel of our kingdom, a place of light and beauty and music, and so it shall be once more. Let the armies of Mordor know this. Never again will the land of my people fall into enemy hands. The city of Osgiliath has been reclaimed. For Gondor! For Gondor! For Gondor! For Gondor!
Good job, Gondor. You're holding the line.
Must be protected.
Alright, so before I do this, let me send my spy maybe up this way a little bit. I think we should be okay. I'm going to send Gandalf back in this direction to kind of play governor for a bit. I need you up in Imladris so we can reforge Narsil.
We shall continue tomorrow.
Okay, and Deadman's Dyke is going to fall in the next 2 turns. Hopefully we can get the elves to help us out. It'd be amazing if we get Gildor in here, because Gildor, yeah, he's got a pretty decent bodyguard, but any help is better than... Oh, crap, we're getting the Bremen to help us out here. That's awesome.
They were my own, friend.
Okay, if we try taking this now, how bad would it be? Ugh, I don't know if it's really going to be helping us at all, but... I don't know how long Bree's going to stick around for, so that's what concerns me. So, should we just go in now and try to take it with Bree's help? I might wait one more turn. Alright, so we know where these guys are going.
You in battle. Come and get me, you coward.
Let's keep an eye on these guys. Rudar still holds on to Ragla, which is good for now.
Yes, my lord.
I need you guys to continue keeping an eye on the goblins here.
Question. I shall continue.
I'm going to send you back south.
Approaching quietly.
This could cost us some money, but I think I'll hold for a little bit. I think we're going to increase taxes here to kind of bring in some extra cash. Yeah, let's do that then. That way we're kind of kept out of the red here. I don't want to keep losing money every turn. Okay, how do we want to do this then? I don't think that's going to work out well for us. Clear defeat. Yep, I knew it. Deadman's Dyke is not going to be easy to take. I was kind of hoping Bree would have just sat there and waited for us. You know, wait for them to starve out and attack us. Because that's not a good idea. That's definitely not a good idea. Alright, we're gonna have to decline. Sorry, Bree, but I'm not helping you attack that. Oh no! Crap, can you retreat, Aragorn? Please retreat. Retreat towards Imladris.
Men of the West! Back! We must regroup. We can go no further, my lord.
Alright, so it looks like the good news is their defenses have been weakened a little bit. No, don't lift the siege. Don't do that. Yeah, they lost their hill trolls, so we have a much better chance of taking it now, but I'm going to wait for them to sally forth. So Bree actually did us a favor by trying to attack. They failed, but... Oh, wait, let me see here. But they did weaken their defenses a bit.
The line of Elendil must not be broken. Yes.
Okay, folks, I'm going to have to take off here now because I got to take care of a few things tonight. But we are well over the 2-hour mark here. I think this campaign is going better than I could have ever anticipated. So next stream, we're going to focus on taking Deadman's Dyke, consolidate our hold over that territory. I'm hoping we can start pushing towards Numinous, because once we take Numinous, that's really going to help us in reforging Arnor as a kingdom and getting our next tier units online, or at least getting access to them. And then hopefully the elves will continue holding out over here in the south. We got to deal with the goblins over here, but nothing too crazy, I hope. But my big worry is Agmar. Agmar is not expanding as aggressively as I had feared, so it looks like they're a little bit more focused on the west for now, or maybe in the far east. I don't know exactly what they're doing, but we need to start consolidating the important cities. We got to take Deadman's Dyke and restore Fornost, and we've got to take Numinous back over here too, because that's really important. We take these two cities back, and that is going to be a huge bonus to our forces. Huge boost to our morale. Alright, folks, I hope you enjoyed that stream. Just give me a follow as usual, and hope to have you on the next one. I'm hoping to come back to this campaign possibly this Wednesday. I'm not sure. I'm still kind of deciding between that and another round of Mana Lords. But I will be coming back to this campaign sometime this week, so either Wednesday or possibly Saturday. Hope to have you guys there. Take care.